Hello reformers and welcome back to a world of ice and fire. Now, when we left off, we were doing something a little bit risky and we were attempting to wage war against one of the stronger factions in Essos. And I did not know this because my only experience with Essos factions in the past has been in a different Game of Thrones mod. And so I kind of thought, hey, you know, Let's tackle the Volantines, because you never know, maybe they're gonna be just as, well, poor in battle as they were in the other mod. Unfortunately, that is actually not the case, and they are very strong according to some of you. They are actually some of the strongest in Essos, and so I made a bit of an error there. But unfortunately, I am not able to make peace with our opponents. They have decided not to make peace by any means, and they have basically just outright refused any kind of negotiations. Which is bad. That is pretty bad. Anyway, what I'm actually going to be doing now is, now that I have 21 strength and 15 agility, I might be leveling up agility at some point in the future, but for the moment I'm actually going to increase my intelligence just to 6 so that I can potentially get other things, like I can get another point in Sailing Master perhaps, maybe if I want some more ships, or I thought this might actually make a bit of difference. So I'm actually going to be changing tactics here because of the fire arrows feature in sieges. When you go straight up and, you know, try and kill everyone in an assault, those fire arrows are basically the deadliest thing that I have ever seen in any mod, basically. And you wouldn't think so. You wouldn't think so because it's just 5 damage, but it's actually very devastating. Anyway, we are actually going to be taking some points in persuasion here because I would like to be able to persuade surrender in sieges, and that's exactly what we're going to do from now on. We are going to be doing a little bit of jiggery-pokery here. Now, what I've done is I've left my ship over there, and I've traveled all the way around here and come to the other castle that I think will be, I'm hoping will be, at the very least, a little bit easier for us to take. There's only 214 here, and I'm hopeful that we will be able to tackle anyone that wants to attack us. Now, bear in mind that I am making a lot less in terms of money every single week because my village was raided, and before it was rich, and now it is poor. So that's obviously going to be kind of unsettling. Anyway, let's do this. Alright, so we're going to be doing complete planning stages right here. So, can I build some checkpoints actually? No, we need 250 men for that. Unfortunately, I'm just shy of that. Anyway, let's order the construction of sanitation, and we will also loot and destroy crops and farms nearby. And this will, oh, there we go, this will render it more receptive to surrendering. Well, that's actually pretty nice. Okay, so I'm pretty good with that. I don't really want to prepare an assault at all, so I'm actually not going to do that. I'm actually just going to wait, because look, they only have 9 days, and I think if we can prevent them from getting resupplied in any way, then we might be having a pretty decent shot here. Shall we build some mantlets? Let's just build some mantlets, why not? And let's just wait for tomorrow. Now, what we're going to be doing, as I said, is a little bit of a change of pace here. Yeah, I kind of thought we would be attacked. The AI is extremely reactive on my current settings. I guess full realism does have that effect. Anyway, he says halt, and I won't forget how we broke through the walls of... Yes, this is hilarious. I actually spoke to a vassal earlier on attempting to make peace with the Volantines, because obviously I didn't really want to fight these guys anymore, and they obviously refused, but that fellow also said this same line, and it's hilarious how they are thinking that we actually, you know, sieged the castle with them. Anyway, this is actually pretty bad. This is pretty bad. We're gonna have to defend ourselves in some kind of ambush against 436 units, but I think we should be okay. We have Unsullied, as I mentioned previously, and this is gonna be, I think, kind of, well, not easy, but I would say it's gonna be okay. We have Giants. I have a bunch of wildlings with me this time as well. I have some stalkers and some wildling champions and things like that. And I mean, personally, I think we will be okay with dealing with many of the Volantines' units. It's literally just a case of trying to distract their archers as much as possible. Fearsome cry. Yes, fearsome cry. Get away from me, please. I appreciate it. Okay, so now if I can maybe just survive a little bit here and tell my units to charge in as well, because I am currently distracting quite a significant number of archers, and it would make quite a lot of sense for them to charge in now. I don't really want to use the charge order because, as mentioned by a couple of you in the comments, it is generally not the best idea considering they lose a lot of defensive capability as a result, but hopefully I'll be able to, yeah, take that. No, this is the Lord himself. He's not wearing a helmet. Not advised by any means. But you can see here that we are actually winning pretty heavily right now. We are winning pretty heavily because the enemy just has no idea what to do against us. Thankfully, I am not being killed just yet. I'm actually kind of surprised. Yeah, now I'm gonna die. Now I'm gonna die. There we go. Oh well, that's fine. That's actually fine. I don't even mind that. I don't even mind doing these battles because I don't have to deal with the fire arrows. And personally, the fire arrows are the bane of my existence. Absolute bane of my existence. I actually did attempt to take back the castle that we took in the previous episode. They took it back, obviously, when I left. And then when I was attempting to take it again, I'm actually going to retreat here. Retreating here is probably the best thing we can do. We lost 112? How did we lose 112? Unsullied, 79 minor wounds. We did kill 153, but I didn't see any of those getting killed. Did you see that? Maybe you did. I have no idea. But anyway, yeah, I guess we're just going to have to take to the field with 112 against 283. I have no idea how that has actually happened, because, I mean, we have a lot of Unsullied. We have a lot of Unsullied, and they all got themselves killed? I don't see how that's the how that's even happening, because we're not suffering from fire arrows or anything like that, so it's very, very strange indeed. Oh well, never mind. Okay, we're gonna just put our people into ranks here. And it would probably be a good idea to put our infantry and our spearmen into shield wall formation as well, so I might actually try to do that. Let me see if I can figure that out. No, that's skirmishers. Yeah, okay, well, that's just how it's gonna have to be. There we go. They're gonna form a shield wall there, and we'll see if that will make any difference. I'm gonna stay a little bit further back this time around as well, not gonna be as aggressive when it comes to my attack, and we are going to just deal with the Volantines' initial assault here relatively easily because, well, let's face it, they actually do not have extremely good cavalry. You know, their main strength is indeed in their guards and in their archers, of course. So let's see if we can... Oh, nice. Oh, that was some good critical damage right there. Okay, so let's see. I guess I'm going to just move my units ahead in a shield wall formation, and we're going to just have to go from there. Okay, so we're going to move them ahead, as we are going to have to deal with... I'm actually going to move everyone ahead, obviously. We're not just going to move our infantry and spearmen and so on. And let's see if we can make this work. Bear in mind that I obviously do not want my people to die, so please raise your shields. Please raise your shields, I would very much appreciate it, but yeah, this is gonna be kind of tricky for us. Maybe I could actually, you know what? I could probably retreat right now, and we might have a decent shot at actually getting away. I'm gonna actually try that. Well, I went all the way to the edge of the map, and apparently it's not possible. Apparently it's not possible to retreat from this particular battle, which is kind of weird because usually you do have the opportunity to do that, and I suppose it's been disabled because it's a pretty strong tactic to be able to take out a couple of enemy units and then to withdraw in a very fast attack, because that will then prevent the attacking force, or at least the player's force, from losing too many units. But I guess we're just going to have to stick with it and see what we can do. I am thinking we're going to be okay, but obviously maybe I just have to get myself killed, which is not really something I want to do, to be honest. So we are going to try and fight tooth and nail to the end here, and we'll see how it goes. But for the moment, I think we're probably going to be in pretty bad situation, but it depends. It depends. If they still have a huge amount of archers, which it looks as though they do, then I think we are going to be in some trouble. I'm going to use my fearsome cry here. Unfortunately, my horse is now dead, so that is not very good. Well, it's not dead, but it's crippled, so that's obviously not great. Let's see what I can do here. This is... no, that's not going to work. Not at all. Volantine cavalry, everyone. Yes, coming in there and finishing me off. Thank you very much. Okay, so now let's actually see what happens. We seem to be doing a fantastic job, or at least the Unsullied are doing a fantastic job, as per usual. But here's the thing. If we are able to defeat this vassal in mortal combat, is what we are doing right now, then we should have absolute free reign to do whatever we want to the fief itself. So if we attempt to starve out the opponent, which is, in my opinion, the only way that I will be able to do anything in regards to siege warfare, because as I say, those fire arrows are basically preventing me from doing those sieges in an assault style. Because if I go in an assault style, I'm just gonna lose all of my units to those fire arrows, and believe me, I've tried. Literally, against the very small garrison at the keep I attempted to take beforehand, I still lost about 50 units, and they only had 22. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. The fire arrows are very highly tuned, and well, I guess that's just how it is. It's forcing a different style of play, and that's exactly what I'm attempting to do here. So let's see actually how we're gonna do here. I think we might actually prevail. I'm going to follow around Woon Woon here, because he does have his club, and we're going to see how well he does in the ensuing chaos. Could you move around, Woon Woon? Yes, there we go. He's actually going along here, and I'm going to be very interested to see what actually happens here. Is he doing a good job? Well, not really. He's not really getting too many kills at the moment, but we know that he is capable of it. In a previous engagement, he did get 27 kills. Look at him. Look at that. Like, literally, he hits them once and they just die immediately. Well, actually, they're not dying. They're just getting knocked unconscious, but still. He is a fantastic prisoner-taking machine, basically. And I think that is it. I think we have achieved victory. Now, bear in mind that if we are able, and if this is actually the case, then maybe we will get a small respite to get all of our Unsullied back up on their feet, because we do have a huge number of them that have been knocked unconscious rather than killed. I think most of my Unsullied were, I think there was about 15 of them that were killed, which I personally don't mind so much, because it's actually accomplishing something, because against the fire arrows, in a siege, they're just dying for nothing, basically. They are just literally being killed by nothing. They're getting knocked unconscious by nothing. It's literally crazy, because it's like some ghost is running around reaping all their souls or something. But yes, it's yeah, not going well in that regard. Anyway, it seems like we have achieved victory. There's just actually two enemies remaining, and hopefully we will see that guy. Yes, that's a Dothraki horse archer. What is he actually? What is he actually doing over there? Oh well, there's actually someone over there too. Oh, there's actually a couple of Dothraki actually on the field right now, and an Unsullied fell unconscious. I think that's due to blood loss. Yeah, that is going to happen. But as I say, I feel like the blood loss, that's a pretty reasonable mechanic, because obviously you're going to take damage every now and again, and it's kind of making sense for for blood loss to occur. But the fire arrows, they can actually inflict, as far as I'm aware at least, they can inflict blood loss, and as a result it basically turns into an insane damage over time effect. And yeah, anyway, I'm actually just going to retreat here. I don't know why I'm losing 22 renown, to be honest. I feel like I shouldn't be losing renown it's not actually a retreat. We actually won that, but That's just how the game sees it, I suppose. But anyway, we lost another 7 Unsullied right there, which is actually not even that bad because we did take out 277 units. I actually took out 24 by myself. Woon Woon took out 19. He's pretty crazy. And we can now leave, but there are only 13 enemies remaining. And so we are going to be taking to the field. Oh yes, we are. Alright, so Woon Woon, are you still here? Yes, Dongo is also here. Fantastic. Alright, so let's see how we're able to do. This is going to be interesting. There's only 13 of them. I think they are mostly Dothraki raiders, I think. So this is probably not going to go that well, let's face it. Because they're going to be extremely fast, quick, mobile, and they are going to be... Yes. Oh no. Okay, well, we took out one at the very least. But I feel like this is not going to work out too well, to be honest. Most of my units, actually all of my units, are not on horses. So these guys being on horses, it makes things much, much more difficult. Let me see if I can just catch up to them. And maybe we can do something here. Yeah, there we go. If I can just murder them as quickly as possible and not get shot in the face in the process, that would be nice. Okay, now oh, they're actually routing. Oh, some of them are actually routing, which is fantastic. I wish all of them would have routed already. Let's just tell everyone to charge in. I mean, there's nothing much I can do, to be honest. Maybe I can try and intercept these guys over here. I'm very low in HP, bear that in mind. One arrow anywhere on my body is basically going to kill. And Elias is not going to be too happy about that, because he is... Well, he's survived many, many worse things, so it would be kind of a shame for him to get killed by some random arrow, but I guess he's used to it, you know? He does get killed by random arrows most of the time. Alright, so there you go. One enemy remains. Let's see if I can intercept him. Oh, we finally got him. We finally got him. That guy was literally running me around the battlefield for about, what was it? 5-10 minutes? I have no idea, but it was a very, very long amount of time. Anyway, there you go. 3 renown right there, and we did take an injury, but that is... Oh, there was actually 2 vassals. There's actually 2 vassals in that. Okay, well, that's pretty crazy. Okay, so I guess what I'm gonna do is I will take these guys. I mean, I'm just gonna take all the Tiger Cloak enemies, I guess, and do we have some guards as well? Yeah, 1 guard. That's not really great. Guess we could take some horsemen as well. Horsemen are usually selling for a pretty decent amount. And some cavalry as well. Alright, that seems pretty good. Right, so here's the thing. I don't even know whether we should be burying the dead or anything like that, because we're going to have some problems if there are any additional vassals around. Should we do it? Let's do it. And let's see, yeah, there's gonna be nothing here for me, really. I do have a lame horse now, though, so I should probably exchange it for one of my others. So let me just put that on there. There we go. And just put that here. I mean, I know that we're over encumbered in terms of the amount of horses we have, but I guess that's just how it's gonna have to be for the moment. And, oh, there we go. Thoros actually likes Angui? Yes, Angui. There's also no better archer. Oh, very good. Alright, so what's going on here? Oh, wow, okay. To make the food last longer, the defenders threw out their women, children, and elderly. Well, that doesn't sound like a very nice thing to do. You can see them moving towards your, yeah, begging for food. Okay, so... buy food for them, then let them leave. I mean, we got... What? Really? We lost renown for that? For having some... Oh, really? For having some honor? Okay. I guess honor is not really a thing that people like to do here. Let me actually just take a look. The script error kind of screwed with me a little bit. Okay. Ah, your men think that you are a weak leader, but you gain reputation. Great. Great. I just lost a huge amount of renown and everything, so... Oh, I actually still have 269. That's pretty good. Okay. So, let's see... Guardsman, there we go, there we go. Alright, fantastic. Okay, so, theoretically, I can continue my siege, and let's hope that there aren't any other vassals in the area. Alright, so it appears we will have to deal with another ambush defense, and I don't exactly know why we are falling into so many ambushes right now, considering we do have a companion that has a huge amount of tactics. So thematically, if it actually takes that into account, which I don't think it does, but thematically, because we have such a high tactic skill, we should really not be ambushed ever. So I guess it's just a random chance of some kind, or it makes more sense considering we are currently participating in a siege of some kind. So let's see what we can do here. I'm actually going to put everyone into shield wall, I guess. Put everyone into shield wall and see what happens, because I don't really care about the archers shooting their arrows that much, because let's face it, shooting arrows right now is not really going to save us that much in comparison to being able to survive as much as possible. And we'll see if that actually makes a difference. Now bear in mind that this, I believe, is one of the strongest vassals that we have fought so far, I think. I'm not entirely sure. They all seem to have very, very similar names, so generally I will not really take note of them as much as I potentially should. Did I just really get killed? Yes, my horse literally just got killed. Okay, fearsome cry, thank you very much. Seems like people are not really charging, so I'm going to actually just tell them to charge in here, because we do need them to support us as much as possible. And the enemy has already lost their leader, so that is obviously going to make a big difference in regards to their morale, hopefully. And they've already lost a huge amount of units as well, so let's try and help out our people as much as possible, and we'll see if that actually makes a difference, because personally I feel like helping out people is maybe a little bit more effective than attempting to assault enemy archers. Because if we assault the enemy archers, then, well, it's fine and everything, and we're able to eliminate a couple of them, but in the grand scheme of things, how much are we really doing, you know? How much are we really doing? Not that much. So seems like this might be the next best thing that I can do. Unfortunately, I am being somewhat murdered. Somewhat murdered, yes, a little bit here and there. And we're having a couple of frame rate problems right there, because there are just so many archers firing at us by the looks of things, which is kind of harsh. Ah, yes, okay, that's not good. That is not good. I am about to die. I am literally about to die, so are we doing okay? Are we doing reasonably? Are we stumbled? That's good luck, isn't it? Ah, then I'm dead. Yes, then I'm dead. Okay, well, we killed a lot of them, but now we are starting to get cut down, so it might be time to retreat. I think it might be time to retreat. We are losing renown like no one's business, but we lost another 20 unsullied. But can I just ask, how did we lose 135 right there? I have no idea. I guess retreating actually does, you know, auto-calculate or something like that. But anyway, 179 for the opponent, and we're going to have to go in with 40 against 204. So being outnumbered is not great, but I do have my horse back, which I suppose is pretty decent. And we don't have to deal with an ambush defense this time either, but as you can see, there are 180 enemies on the battlefield. Oh, yes, they know how to throw a party. These guys certainly know how to throw a party. So let's see if we can win the day here. I wholeheartedly do not believe we will, because we only have wildling units. And I've literally brought every single unit that I deemed relatively strong over to this particular endeavor, and I guess Dongo's doing a pretty fantastic job. I'm happy that he's actually using his melee weapon, because it seems like he's not very good when it comes to using his bow, so I'm pretty happy with what he's doing so far. Where's Woon Woon? Woon Woon's over there. Okay, so I'm actually going to tell my people just to charge straight on in here, because we need our people to help out as much as possible, and if Woon Woon can get in there as well, then I think we're going to be in a pretty significant spot, which might help us. Yes, kill him please, Elias, thank you very much. Okay, come on Dongo, yeah, there we go. Okay, good work. Wow, they have, how do they have so many of these things? They have so many of everything. Yes, so many of everything. That's basically the name of the game, isn't it? It's the name of the game right now for me. So many of everything, and not enough of this for me, so yeah. I might, you know what I might actually do? I'm just gonna get off my horse. Just gonna get off my horse and try and do as much damage as possible. I think I might actually use my fearsome cry here to try and fear a couple of enemies, just so that maybe they'll move away and we might be able to get additional advantages from that. Okay, now let's see if I can just murder the... Oh, he's running. Are you running away? They're running. Okay, they're running, actually. Okay, that's kind of impressive. Okay, I'm actually going to get myself killed right now, because I think we might have... Oh, no. Well, yes, that's the thing. We don't have that much in the way of reinforcements, so me getting myself killed is probably going to result in me getting taken prisoner. Let's see. You've retreated from the fight. Oh, I am able to leave. Okay, fantastic. That's great. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted. But we have eliminated so many of the enemy's forces that we will be able to return here very easily and actually begin the siege once more. I have 73 unsullied remaining as well, which is a pretty decent number. Anyway, that will be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.